Sporty greetings. On the last edition of Rewind, I promised to get into my Olympics archive. So let's go back to August 2024. I was in Paris for the games. Team Nigeria didn't win any medal, but the D Tigress made history by becoming the first African team, male or female, to reach the quarterfinals of the basketball event. After the game against the United States team, I caught up with former D Tigress captain Mfon Udok. She's a legend of women's basketball in Nigeria. Let's rewind. Hey, chap. Hey, chap. You're
Hi.
looking so good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm here in South Africa, and I came
Okay.
down here for the Basketball Without Borders camp, and
Oh, man.
I got migraine headaches every single day, so I have been in the hospital and in my
Oh,
room. It's
shit.
Yeah, but I was able to watch. I was actually supposed to be on Super Sport TV talking about our team as the games were going. And I couldn't even do that because these headaches were
I
so
know.
debilitating. But
Sorry about that.
I know I did get to watch yesterday.
Yeah,
I didn't get to see the France game, and I did get to see part of Canada, so I was
right,
at least able to.
right.
Yeah,
You feel the progress, right? You like what you saw.
of course,
Oh.
of course. You know, the one question now is like, what's next? How are we going to build on this? And
Mm.
um, I could say I thought the same thing, in 2004, because I
Yeah,
said, okay, we can only go up. And then we come back and we win our second, of our back-to-back championships in 2005. And then going into the World Championship games, we just never got the proper support to do well there. And then we went in our 12 years of basketball dungeon because we just didn't get the support. So I think everybody's question from here on out is, okay, well, how are we going to build on this?
yeah.
Because this shouldn't be a one-time thing. It shouldn't be something that happens every 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree, And remember, we always talked about it because we do well and then we go to sleep.
Yes.
When you do well, you expected to even do better. You need to go back because sustaining success is a lot of work.
Yes.
What I like about this team is I took a short while to put them together. They are young and they still did what they did, broke records. I think the best we can do is find a way to keep them together, and if possible, bring back some of the old legs who are still firing. Look at the difference Ezine Kalu brought to the
Yeah.
team,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you'd agree with me that there are still some of those girls. Whatever happened in the past has happened. Let's sit down now and say, for the love of Nigeria's basketball, let's make progress.
Well,
Yeah.
I think with the change of leadership that is going to come up, I don't know who's running and who's going to be the next president. Well, maybe that is something that will be different. I don't know. It needs to be different. And again, it's like, how are we going to build on this? And it takes work. It's not something. Why do we always have to have an article or something written about us that's always overcoming adversity? Why can't it ever be smooth? Why can't we know these things are coming every 4 years? Why can't the preparation be mapped out for 4 years time? Why are we trying to scramble and put things together in the last 6 months or something? Like, when are we going to just have a time where the team can show up, everything's taken care of, and so we can do our absolute best, because we do a lot with so little.
My darling, and each time I say this, they say, "Oh, Austin, you're calling us out. Austin, you're always fighting us. Austin, you don't." That's the problem. I think we just take it for granted that we've got talent and we keep forgetting that talent isn't enough.
It's not.
You must always prepare. I just said it on live TV now. I met a Mexican boxing coach. He said the guy they brought here, they've been preparing him for 9 years, champ. 9 years. They don't expect gold for him, but they want him to just get to the final, win a silver, or win bronze. Now look at what they did to him mentally. In case he gets to the final, he's under pressure. Say no, with the way we've worked on you, just go win silver or bronze. Look, I've spoken to the leadership of the MBBF, and truly, this isn't just a basketball problem in Nigeria.
No.
Champ,
Look at
it's a
track and field.
system. It's a look at track and field. Those guys just got me. They took an athlete that is injured. They knew over 2 months before the Olympics that this guy was injured. They brought him here just to come get Esther codes and wasted the spots because they wasted our slots because the guy couldn't even compete. It's just crazy. Let's talk about the action, champ. I was at the arena last night. It was so I was screaming. The D Tigers got me going crazy. I'm so in love with all of those girls, and I really just hope that we'll get it right administratively and move women's basketball in Nigeria to the next level.
I find it also unfortunate that you're probably one of the only people covering our team. Like, why isn't there should be hundreds of media there. There should be, this should be something that this should be covered by so many other outlets. And I don't know if you take a look at South Sudan, like, to me, I'm very proud of them. The assistant coach coaches with Ime, and I love Royal Avi, and I'm proud of him. But I just can't help to think, like, why isn't that us? Like, that should be us. Um, it's just, and then you've got this girl who won a silver medal throwing the hammer for America when she tried to compete for Nigeria in Tokyo. I mean, one thing after another. It is just a constant shame, year in, year out, competition year in, year out. And it's just like, I just don't know how people are so shameless. They have no shame about just embarrassing the country, the athletes. It every single time I'm just like, God, they have no shame.
Champ, I know it's frustrating, but you gotta come in. Ex internationals that understand the sport, that got vast international experience. You guys need. That's the way we can only break this. It's gonna be tough. You will be frustrated. You will be pushed, but that's the only way. You gotta come in. Ike Diogu needs to come in. All of you guys that know. I love what they've done with the team, but I asked the MBBF president. I said, look, it would have just been sweeter if 80% of these girls are homegrown talents.
Well, yeah,
Because
you have to invest in your home.
yeah,
But they're not the easiest thing to do is to go to America and say, "Here, come play for us." It takes work to do that at home. That's on them. That's not on the players.
yeah,
That's your job. Your
yeah.
job as an administrator, your job working in sports is to develop the homegrown talent. But that takes work. That takes actually caring. That takes organization.
It's a Nigerian thing, you know. I don't want to just. I just love what the D Tigers did. The little time. I mean, beating Australia at this competition, beating Canada, the way they even beat Canada. Um, Champ, how much quality is in this team?
I mean, the future is bright. I think we're in a little bit, it will be a little bit of a rebuild because I don't know if Ezine and Promise can come back in 4 years, I think this might be, I mean, you never know, but um now that I feel like, I think for a while now in Africa, we've known like Nigeria is a supreme powerhouse. But now we need to take it to the next step. And we should be starting now for the next competition because the World Cup will be next and then there'll be another Olympic bid. So what are we going to do between now and then and not 6 months before?
I agree. And no disrespect to this team, but I thought we missed some players. I was
Yeah.
just like, I wish we had
Yeah.
Macaulay here. I
Yeah.
wish we had Adora Elonu.
Uh,
I wish we had Chidom in this team. It would have just been wild, champ.
so that one team that challenged the USA, I want to say in the World Cup where we were winning. I said yesterday, I was like, man, if that team was playing USA yesterday, it could have been. It could have been we could have. pulled that one off or been very close to it, and it's just unfortunate. And that's the thing. Like, instead of the federation, and instead of you know, apologizing and owning their wrongs and just putting their egos aside for the betterment of our team in basketball and just success in general, they'd rather just say no, 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 we don't want you anymore. And then you know, it's just, it's a broken system. It's old. I'm tired of talking about it. Like 20 years ago, I would have said the same thing, and here we are 20 years later and we're still saying the same things. It's like
Just slap me. You just keep slapping me and say I shouldn't cry. Like I don't. And this is what I always tell them. They know me. I know them, but I call them out. And I always tell them, I'm calling you out because it's my job. Because I see these talents, and you know I'm so big on homegrown talent. I'm so big on the grassroots. I don't want us to let these talents go to waste. So as a leader, do your job.
do your job.
I don't.
It's simple. It's not personal. Do your job, and no one will say anything
Yeah,
bad about you. Do your
that's
job.
it.
Do
That's
what you're
it.
there. You're put there to do a job. Do it. Do your job. Can we
Champ.
all just, we will give you the credit if you do your job.
And you see, yes, I know the odds were against us, against the United States, but some little things matter. For instance, the loss to France, if we had not lost the way we did, we probably would have avoided the US. You see, I always tell people like the little things matters. And as I just said now on live TV before I came on this live to talk about this again, I just hope we document the lessons and implement, because you and I know right after this now we will go back to sleep.
I'm just hoping that's not, I mean, you know, I don't want to say that, but history, you know, we can only go by past actions. And again, it's just so tiring to talk about. Like, you know, and then people show up and do their photo ops and whatnot. They don't need your well wishes. They need money. They need to be paid. They need to be rewarded. They need to be acknowledged. And they need to have a system where they don't have to worry about these things. It should be done already. What are we going to do to show our appreciation for these historic women?
It's crazy.
We don't
Um,
need your thank yous and well wishes. Like, no, that's not enough. Like, we don't need that. We got that from family, from fans, from what are you doing as an administration to show your appreciation for what we just accomplished? Words aren't we don't need words.
I know. Hopefully we'll get there. We'll get there. Thank you for still rooting for the team. And I'm just here to support you. Say don't give up. I think you should be part of the administration. Talk to your ex-internationals, particularly you guys that are abroad, that can come in with wealth of experience. Can you hear the noise of the
Yeah.
stadium? I'm just
Yeah.
it's about to go
That's
down. Like
exciting.
today, quite a number of stuff going down. So I just wanted to celebrate the D Tigress. You know, they went against all odds, you know, did their thing, put the country on the map again. That's talent again, stepping up for the country. We're still waiting for administration.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
tired of saying, I'm tired of the same story of against all odds or overcoming adversity. Like I said, like, enough of this. Enough. Like, we've proven we can do a lot with a little. So let's actually have something good and ready, and just something that's gonna take us to the next level in all sports, because we have the talent. It's just okay. Okay.
Champ, I watched it, and the only thing I could say last night was that the US team had bigger players, taller players, you know, so they worked so well on the rebounds. At some point, bullied our girls, you
Yeah.
know. If we're to make this D Tigers team better, what are some of the things we can do?
Well, I think, you know, we need size, a little more size.
Yeah, I
Size
agree.
always helps. I
It
mean, it's
does.
not everything, but when you're matching up with, you know, your Belgiums and your Spain and,
Even
you know, Aussies,
France.
yeah, France, like yeah, you need
Yeah.
size. We have that. We have that. It's out there. I don't know. You know, that's, I guess, if we're going to move forward, we need to identify that now. And then, again, it's just, I think this team, with the success and the coverage that they've had, I mean, I know there's a lot of people and girls that want to play for Nigeria. So that you'll never have that issue of having people that want to play. But it's just like some people come and they just have such a horrible experience and they're just like never again. And then there's a lot of us that stick it out because we just believe and we're hoping like it's going to get better. It will be better. And then, we're constantly let
Yeah,
down.
I know, I know, I know. But I'm so proud of the girls.
Me
Oh,
too.
Mojana to
Me
Musa,
too.
goodness, grown
Yeah.
talent,
Yes.
the
Yes.
whole grown
Yes.
talent. You see what I'm talking about? We need to do more. And I gave the federation their big ups for Mojana to and Ifunaya. But that's just two.
Too.
There are 30 out there on the streets. We need to go get more, you know?
Yeah.
So I
Well,
think that
I think too, like I think the problem has been that they've never had the U18 going, and it seems I feel like they've kind of at least gone to a tournament recently with the under 18. That's where it starts too, because that's where those homegrown kids get that experience and then they get to play more and then they move up to the national team, the senior national team. So it starts like it's always grassroots. It's always at the lower, the kids, and then they move up and then you keep playing up, and that's the natural progression of a national team. Nigeria just likes to have a senior national team where we just go pick players from all over instead of building, and
yeah,
that's not sustainable. It's not
yeah,
sustainable.
true, true. Champ, let me let you go get some
Okay.
rest. I'm always proud of you, and
Same.
I should be in America in September, so we'll see. We'll see. I'll
Okay.
let you know.
All right.
All right, keep winning. Proud of you.
Take
And
care.
don't
Have a
forget,
great time.
we're waiting for you to get into the administration of basketball in Nigeria. Don't even kill that dream.
Okay.
Don't, because that's the
Okay.
only way we can change
Okay.
it. All right, take
All
care,
right.
champ.
Take
All
care.
right, yeah, bye.
Bye.
Whew. Insightful conversation with Mfon Udok, particularly on the need to fix administrative issues with basketball in Nigeria and develop the sport at the grassroots. Love it. On the next episode of Rewind, I'll give you more exclusive interviews from the Paris Olympics. I'll see you soon. That's it.